Hello, I'm Harvey Godwin Jr., Chairman of the Lumbee Tribe. I'm here today at the Lumbee Tribe Culture Center with my good friend, Mr. Reggie Brewer, who is the Culture Coordinator for the Lumbee Tribe Boys and Girls Club. And one of the reasons we're here today, to begin with, is because of the loss of so many elders and so many of our people due to different reasons, but in particular COVID-19. Each time we lose an elder, we lose part of our wisdom and our cultural identity. Elders keep us together as a people, but they enhance our spiritual, our cultural, our mental, and our just connection to the land. And when we lose one of them, we lose that wisdom that they have, that they share with all of us to keep us together as a people. So today, I've asked Mr. Reggie if he would come out and speak about an elder that we just lost a couple of days ago. Mr. Reggie, you also, for many years now, have been an apprentice under Mr. Earl Carter, the keeper of the fire. He was the keeper of the fire.
Yes, sir.
The Lumbee Sacred Fire Circle here at the Lumbee Tribe Culture Center. And he passed away a couple of days, and I know your heart is hurting today. But we wanted to honor him and give us an overview of what your experience was like of being an apprentice under him, and what the fire, the carrier of the fire does, and why is this important to the people.
Yes, sir. Well, with Mr. Earl, it's like you said, it is with a heavy heart that I'm here today, and I have a hole in my heart with the loss of Mr. Earl. To acknowledge some of what he has done. When this thing first started, you know, there was Mr. Pete, Wild Turkey, Mr. Searles, Geek Crow and Birdie Crow, Raymond Grant. There was Richard Cuba and Cindy Cuba was here, Tom Carter, Mr. Searles, and Priscilla Jacobs, and Archie Lynch Sr. was here. And Mr. Earl would be here, but he really did not go into the circle. Those elders ran that circle, and that was what he did. He just brought the wood to them and helped keep the fire. And but all of those elders there have passed away, and Mr. Earl was the last one of those elders. And he promised them before they passed that he would keep this fire alive. And he was faithful to the end with what he did. He did keep this fire alive for them. And in that process, he taught me a lot of things. You know, he would always say a lot of things. He would always keep coming after me because I was young, and he would keep pulling me back in to be a part of this circle with him. And my responsibilities would pull me away sometimes, but he continued to always call me and pull me this way. And he would always make comments. He would tell me, he'd say, "Young man, if the stars fall from the sky, always do right, young man, do right." And those were the things that he taught us. A lot of the young men today, and the women too, the young women, they will tell you that Mr. Earl always left a good feeling in their heart, that he left, always had good thoughts to say to them, to encourage them to be responsible people in our society, young people in our societies, to take up our culture and keep our culture, push our culture and keep our culture alive. This fire would burn. They would start, actually this fire burns for 4 days. It's a 4-day ceremony. They'll start on Thursday praying, and then Friday morning they'll light the fire at sunrise, and then Sunday that fire will burn till Sunday. So they keep this fire going. It no matter what, rain, sleet, or snow. I've been out here and it's rain, sleet, or snow out here, and they keep the fire going. No matter how cold it is, no matter how hot it is, whatever the weather is, they keep that fire going. The reason they keep that fire going is they're constantly praying for the people. And that fire represents the Creator. It represents the Creator in that way, and that smoke carrying our prayers up to the Creator when we go in and offer our tobacco to the fire. And that's the important thing. And when he's praying for our community. He's praying for our world. He's praying for everybody, all the four races of man, everything in the world he's praying for. We're praying for that. We're praying that our world will stay whole, that it'll stay whole, it'll stay as a circle and not be broken up. So we're having that ceremony for those 4 days to continue that, to pray to the Creator that He'll bless us and keep us as a whole people. And that was the importance of this fire. When people see us out here and they wonder what we're doing, that's what we're doing. We're having a ceremony. We're praying for 4 days. We eat, we'll fast, and we eat while we're here, and we'll have people coming, and we'll have workshops, and we'll educate each other. Sometimes we have talking circles, and we'll talk about things in our community. And like I say, I acknowledge that all the tribes in North Carolina was here. All of the tribes that here were in North Carolina here. Even the Catawbas would come down. Keith Brown would come down for the Catawbas and represent the Catawbas. We had all the tribes here that was in the Carolina. And the PDs would come over too. So we had the PDs and the Sherrills from South Carolina would come over. And the Walkamaw from Buckhead, from Ainer, South Carolina, they would come over here. So we had all the people here that were representing. And in those days, back in those days, in the 70s and 80s and into the 90s, those were some really good times. We had really good fun times here in those days. Mr. Earl, he'll be greatly missed, as well as all the other elders that went on before him. They're greatly missed. We're going to greatly miss those people there. But we have a group of young people that are going to they're going to come in, and we're going to make this thing, keep this fire going. Even in spite of some people think that we don't know what we're doing, but we're going to keep this fire going for those elders. And everything evolves, and it won't be like it was with them, but it will be the sacred fire. And we'll sing the songs that we were taught to sing, and we'll burn the tobacco the way that they taught us and showed us how to burn the tobacco, and we'll follow that circle from sunrise to sunset the way that they taught us to do that. I thank you, Chairman, for allowing us to come out here, and I thank you for honoring my uncle. He meant a lot to a lot of people, just like all those other elders before. They meant a lot to us. Thank you.
Let me ask you a question. We talk about what we're missing now. We don't have our powwow. We don't have culture class for almost a year now. We've missed 4 fires already. We missed the spring of 2020, the summer, the fall, and now the winter solstice. And missing those 4 fires, not having our powwows, not being able to even gather in small groups to have culture class or to do things that are culturally and spiritually enhancing for our people. How is that affecting our people psychologically right now? What do you see?
I see that we're at a loss, and TV's educating us, and the computer's educating us, and a lot of that's negativity. So for sure that's not good, and that's, like I said before, the reason we have these ceremonies is to maintain that balance between good and evil, that they can come out here, they can put their phones to the side, not bring their phones out for ceremony, and get involved in nature and learn what it's like to walk on the earth and feel Mother Earth up under their feet and the trees, and getting engaged with nature. Right now, a lot of our people are not getting engaged with nature, so we know that their ideals and their vision is really distorted in the way life should really be. And it's happening all over Indian country. We got a lot of elders all over Indian country that are passing away and taking that knowledge with them. So that's going to be a big gap there that a lot of the younger ones like us are going to have to step in there and try to fill that gap and try to get these young people pulled back in, especially the really little ones, try to get them pulled back in where they need to be.
Yes, sir. So getting past this COVID and getting vaccinations, keep social distancing so we can get back to the point where we can be together normally without the mask, and where we can be together socially so that we can bring back the ceremonies and all the things that help us culturally. It's not just culturally, I mean, like I said before, it's mentally, physically, emotionally, culturally. All those things have to, like you said, have a balance, and I think we're out of balance right now.
We're out of balance. And that circle, what that circle does is it teaches us that balance between the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual, and showing us how we can walk in balance with our environment around us.
Well, I want to say to you, and like many others, keep up the good fight. This is a good fight. We'll get there. We're going to get there together. Just lifting up our elders and all the things that are going on and how we need to continue to keep each other safe. But thank you for that great testimony. I appreciate that.
You will.
To all of you out there, please be safe. Continue to social distance. Please take the vaccine when it becomes your time so that we can put COVID behind us. God bless you all, and thank you.